Hey, what's going on? This is SHU here on another short video. Oh, God. You know, I glance through a lot of things on social media, and I just want to say this here. What in the hell are you worrying about? You better worry about your own bills, pay your own rent, food, clothing. Ain't nobody care about what you doing across the world. I'll tell you why I say that. Y'all sitting up in here worrying about people getting married and people getting, you know, interracial couples and so on and so forth. Let me tell you something. You ever thought about marriage could be arranged? You ever thought about certain marriage arranged for a reason? You ever thought about that? They used to arrange marriage back in the 1500s, 1400s, 1600s, 1700s. Certain countries to this day arrange marriage. But you ain't gonna know it because it ain't been told. What we have not learned is history. We got a serious problem of not understanding history. You don't want to know. You don't care for it. You don't want to know history, simple fact, because it scares you. It's just as simple as that. We can pretend all we want. We can act like, okay, I've been to school, I know social stuff. Listen, school ain't teaching you no history. It gives you a fraction of history. And it's not giving you accurate history. Come on. Come on. The average people here in America is going to follow the masses of people. They're going to follow. The first 200 people puts up videos of what they seen, someone getting married, and then all of a sudden, everybody else follows suit. Then you get the nays and the pro-cons, and you get the people who don't really care for it, or people saying, oh, look at all the sellouts. Sellouts. Let me explain something to you. An average person who's offered a check, if you was offered a check for $5 million, but here's your speculation. Your speculation to get this check, you got to stop talking about you pro-black. Even though pro-black don't mean you anti-white. It does not mean that. But yeah, this $5 million can come to you and your family. It can change your life. You have to stop being bigot. You got to be able to stop being a bigot. And you got to basically leave that pointing a finger at white folks alone. How many melanated people would take that check, sign that contract, and pursue their life, knowing that $5 million is going to change your life? Well, this is what goes on when it deals with celebrities and athletes. I don't care if you don't want to believe me or not, especially when it becomes celebrities. When you are signing a check, before they give you this money, they're going to let you know certain speculations they don't want you to do. They know that this money is going to change your life. What you do with it, it is your business. But they know it's going to change your life. So listen to me clearly. All the black celebrities you've seen, all the celebrities, black celebrities you know of, who was once in your neighborhood, and now they so-called made it out. See, that's a barrier itself. They made it out. First of all, you didn't make it out nowhere. You live on this planet. And if you think you made it out, you ain't made out nothing. You didn't fly to another goddamn planet and you ain't got to deal with none of this shit that's on this planet. That's just bogus. But the stereotype of making it out, according to the resources of money, people want you to believe that you don't live in that neighborhood anymore. But here comes the funny thing. I'm going to detour for a little bit. The same neighborhood you grew up with, the same neighborhood your mother and your father, or whoever was your guardian at the time, was living in that neighborhood. And he was going through his times and tribulations. And then all of a sudden, another group of people move in. And then all of a sudden, the neighborhood begin to change. It's getting things that it didn't have before. It's got resources and it's getting a makeover, if you will. And now that neighborhood that you want to move out is now changing because someone put money in it to make it a better place to live. Not for you, but a better place for them. So they can be comfortable. But you just happen to be living in that neighborhood. So, the reason why I say that, to say this. If you sign that contract for $5 million, you're obligated to keep your fucking mouth shut. You can have a relationship with another black person. Sure, you can have sex with them. But you better have a baby from another culture. You better let people know that, you're not racist or a bigot. You better let them know that. Because we're not going to sign no $40 million contract, $30 million contract, $5 million contract, and give you all that money and you're going to give it right back to your people. No, they got to learn how to adjust to the system. And those who choose not to want to adjust, you're just going to have to be in the bottom of the barrel. I'll say it again. You're going to have to be the bottom of the barrel. Well, all the crabs like to pull each other down and keep each other down with all kinds of opinions and illusions and all the kinds of discussions of what they're talking about, even though they right all the time, but nobody's making a move to take their resources, put it together, and then we all can climb that ladder. When you sign that contract, which a lot of black celebrities did, they're under obligation. This is what you don't understand. You can call it Illuminati because the word Illuminati is not what you think it is. Illuminati comes from the ancient times of ancient spiritual wisdom teachers who had the knowledge. They were the true Illuminatis. All white folks did was took some of the concepts and changed it around. So now this Illuminati shit that you keep talking about, it's about money and their ritual. And when you sign that contract, $5, $10, $50, $25, $30 million, you better shut the fuck up. Because I don't think you want to be poor again or have less than. This is what a lot of black people have done. And then they go marry outside their culture and have babies outside their culture. But something will be sacrificed. Don't get it twisted, because it's under the contract. So, you want that money? This is SHU, AMUN. Stop worrying about all these celebrities. They already sold their soul. They sold it because they don't want to be poor. They want to live a lifestyle that they always dreamed. And for you to sit up there and you want to be judgmental, what if somebody offered you a $100 million contract? And don't get it twisted. If nobody's around, a person knocked on your door and it came with a briefcase and showed you $200,000 in cash and had a check on top of that cash, and no one else is around, and then you read the speculations on that contract, I am guaranteed that most of you will sell out. Stop the nigger games. Because you ain't been in that position, so you don't know it. Peace. Get something to think about. Stop worrying about these celebrities and who they marry and what. Everything, it ain't what it seems to be. And why are you worried about it anyway? You wasn't invited.